Hey guys, it's Mandak coming at you with another video. So, once again, happy Free Comic Book Day, or I guess Free Comic Book Day afterwards. If you see some flash in the background, it's probably my TV. I just have it on for extra light, so yeah. Rogue One is on TBS right now, so I'm watching that as I'm doing this podcast or video, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you had a great Free Comic Book Day. I know I did. So this video is just going to be that, just going over my Free Comic Book Day haul, kind of slash weekend haul. I got a few things in the mail and some other things that I went into Books A Million today to get. So let me just exit this on my computer. But yeah, the majority of my stuff is from Free Comic Book Day. So I had a busy Saturday. I took my associate safety professional exam Saturday morning. I passed that, so that's really awesome. I was studying for that for about 2 or 3 months, so it was nice to finally go in there and pass that. So the next step for me is to get all the certifications and stuff like that, get the certificate and everything. But yeah, so I got that out of the way. So hopefully, oh my god, all these pop-ups now on my computer. So hopefully, I'll have more free time going forward for this summer at least to get some more videos. I plan to, do a few more things different from just haul videos. I'm going to a Comic-Con on Friday, or not Friday, next Saturday. So I might do a haul video for that. But anyway, so now that I have that, so after I took that test, I got done around like 11:30. I drove to my local store nearby here called The Encounter. It's in Allentown, PA. Went to there, picked up stuff, and they were packed, man. I showed up at like 11:45ish, and there was like people all over the store. A line was like going around the store, so like it was pretty packed. But I was able to get some stuff. Not too many trades. I've kind of been there enough where I've kind of already picked through a lot of their stuff, but some of the stuff I picked up was stuff that I wasn't really keen on buying at the price they were selling at, but everything that was, all the trades that they had, the discount trades were 40% off, so that was really cool. So I jumped on some things that I normally wouldn't buy at their regular price, got it for a cheaper price. So yeah, I also got some really cool statues and stuff, which I'll go over. I think I'm going to make a separate video for each of them. I might do that this week since I have time, or I might do it next week. We'll see. But I want to go over those statues separately because it's going to be a little hard to kind of show them on a webcam video like this. So it's probably more suited for a tripod kind of setup video that I have. So yeah, so without further ado, we'll get into this pile here. Kind of small. Hopefully won't be as long as my last video. But yeah, so the first trade here I have, this no particular order, is Thunderbolts Classic Volume 1. So I got this just for prices, I guess. I got this for $9. So you can see here, it's kind of like between a complete collection and Epic in terms of size. Well, not really a complete collection, like whatever. It's kind of like the same size as a complete collection, but yeah, this collects some classic Thunderbolt stuff. Collects Thunderbolts 1 through 5, numbered -1. I don't know I think that's like a pre thing, whatever. And Annual 97, Incredible Hulk 449, Spider-Man Team Up number 7, and material from Tales of the Marvel Universe number 1. So here's the front. You can see the back. So it's a team of all villains. And actually some really cool art here going on. So you can see this is kind of the era, 97, where art was starting to become more digitized. There's some more rendering through digitally for the coloring at least. So it was improving at this point. And this is actually a really, really good book. I mean, I like for some reason the paper in this book feels better. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me thinking, but yeah, this is like almost brand spanking new, and I got it for $9. So yeah, so now I just gotta hunt down the 2 other classic collections, and I think there's like a Hawkeye, and the Thunderbolts collections, which I'm not sure if that double dips with this, or if it like precedes this or comes. Yeah, precedes. I don't think precedes it before. Yeah, if this comes after it. So we'll have to see it. I'll have to do some research on that, but yeah, just this is kind of the Dark Avengers before they were the Dark Avengers existed. Thunderbolts was a team that was designed. This is all Kurt Busiek, I think, too, right? Let me see. Yeah, written by Kurt Busiek. Peter David, I'm assuming, is doing that Hulk issue that's in here. So yeah, pretty excited. Yeah, these are some really cool trades. I saw these at like Second and Charles, and I might get them at some point if I find them for like buy one. If I get them like half off, because right now I think they're selling like the first two classic collections there for like $17.50, which is like pretty expensive. I mean, I'm not gonna drop $17.50 on a trade this small. If it's like $8, I might do that. Like if it's half off, whatever it is, I might do that. But yeah, so that's the first book I got at Free Comic Book Day. Oh, also, just to clarify here, I didn't get any free comics on Free Comic Book Day. I just didn't really feel like getting them. I probably should have, because it's one of those things where you can be like, oh, I got free comics. Like I have like all these Free Comic Book Day comics, but I mean they're kind of worthless. I mean no one really reads them. I mean most of them, like what Marvel does, I think usually for a lot of them, it's kind of like this number 0 issue of like a new run or event or something that's happened over the summer, or a new book that's starting up. So I don't really have much investment in that type of stuff, so it's whatever. Yeah, I just got trades because deals. Why not? So the next book I got here is something that's kind of obscure, but it's an Iron Man appearance, so I had to get it. Original Sin, Hulk versus Iron Man. So this is part of the Original Sin story, I believe. I think it's like a crossover or something, or like different miniseries event that came out of it. Excuse me, my friend was telling me that this is something I should probably pick up because he thinks it's actually kind of interesting. So I picked it up, got it for $3, which is pretty much what this is worth. I mean, no one's really going out clamoring out to go buy this, but the cover looks interesting. You got the old gold Iron Man armor kind of look going on, and you have the old Hulk, kind of reminiscent of what do you call the Incredible Hulk #1. And this art looks really cool. It's like painted. I'm not sure if that's Alex Ross that did the cover, but yeah, you can see the back here. So this collects Original Sin number 3.1 to 3.4. I've seen it also be noted that it's like Original Sin Hulk versus Iron Man numbers 1 through 4. So whatever, I don't really care what it is, but yeah, pick this up for $3. So another Iron Man issue, another Iron Man appearance book that I have. I put this under events. I didn't put this under Iron Man or Hulk because I wasn't sure who to put it under, so I just put it under events because I think it's part of Original Sin, which I have no idea what that event's about. I don't know if it's really that good. All right, next book I got here is actually really cool because it came out like just recently, and it's something that I really wanted to have and just didn't feel like paying a lot of money for, and that is Invincible Iron Man: The Search for Tony Stark. So this is post Civil War II, where Tony dies. Riri Williams, I think, is Iron Man at this point, and this is kind of basically bringing back Tony from the dead. From what I've heard, I think. I'm not really sure. I'll have to read it and find out, but I think that's what it is. And obviously, this is renumbering Iron Man. So you got Invincible Iron Man numbers 593 to 600. So I think the last time they renumbered was Fractions Run, back in like 2012 or 2013 or whatever. So this is actually a pretty thick trade. This is like 8 issues, I think. So kind of cool to have this, and it's in paperback, so whatever. I don't even think they have this in a premiere hardcover at all, so that's fine. I think this is pretty much the end of Bendis's run on Iron Man. I think at this point he's pretty much just done, and I think like shortly after this he leaves to go to DC. So yeah, you got some pretty good people: Bendis, Maliv, I don't know how you say his last name, Alex, who did work with Bendis on, I think, Daredevil, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, So that's really cool, and also I really like how like, they brought back the original Iron Man. What do you call that? Header stuff. Whatever. I can't even describe it. I still gotta collect a bunch of Infamous Iron Man stuff and Riri Williams things I don't have. I'm just waiting for them to go on sale, like in a Books A Million somewhere. But they're still pretty new, so like that's not happening for at least another year or so. Maybe soon. We'll see. I don't know. Next book I got here on Free Comic Book Day was Secret Avengers by Alice Cott, and this is the third volume of that series. So this is volume 3, I think, like the third volume of Secret Avengers, but it's also the third volume of his run. So if that makes any sense. So yeah, so I'm pretty much almost done with collecting Secret Avengers. I think I just gotta collect volume 1 of this series and then collect volume 3 hardcover of Remender because I already have all the other hardcovers of that series. I'm not gonna get the complete collection because I can definitely get the third hardcover for cheaper than what it would cost me to like buy the complete collection and sell the rest of the hardcovers. So I'm just gonna stick with that, and we'll go from there. But yeah, now Secret Avengers stuff. So again, just trying to collect more Avengers things, and hopefully read them all together in one fell swoop. This is kind of I kind of feel like I would kind of like this more because Secret Avengers is more like street level kind of fighting, and I would imagine there's not a lot of heavy hitters on this team. It's more like Black Widow, Hawkeye, Spider Woman, Nick Fury. Looks like Quake, if I'm not mistaken, like Daisy Johnson. I'm not sure. So yeah, so really cool. Just gotta get the first volume of Cott's run, and I think I should almost be done with everything on that. Let me just go through. Let me just pick this one at the bottom of the pile. This is the last one I got. So everything else that I described before is all from Free Comic Book Day. This is the last one that's from Free Comic Book Day, and that is the Thanos, the Infinity Relativity. So if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the last Thanos OGN that I had to get. I don't think there's more than 3. Could be wrong, but yeah, this is Jim Starlin and Andy Smith, Frank DiMarta. Yeah, I gotta see which order this goes in. I'm not sure which one goes first: Infinity Relativity, Infinity Revelation, or Infinity Siblings. I think Infinity Siblings is definitely last. I think, if I'm not mistaken, but. Yeah, really cool. I'm really curious to see if Starlin does any art in this. Judging by these guys on the bottom, I'm assuming he doesn't. But yeah, I picked this up for $6. It was going for 10, which is a little steep for a 112-page graphic novel. But I got it for 6, which I think is a good deal. Sealed still, so it's not going to be hurt or broken. It's not going to be destroyed. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to bring these OGNs down to the beach or to the shore when I go down there with my family later this summer, and probably just read through them. I like to bring hardcovers down to the beach because I don't like bringing floppies down to the beach because they can get wet and get destroyed. So I don't know, I'm weird like that. Anyway, so this is really cool to have that finished out. I got a lot of Thanos stuff now at this point. I just recently, in my last video, I talked about how I got Infinity Abyss, which was another Starlin book that I needed for Thanos. So I'm getting there. I'm slowly building my cosmic stuff. And I'm going to talk about more cosmic things later on in this haul video here. But yeah, really cool to hunt that down and get that. That was like on an end cap. I wasn't even looking for it. And I looked up and I'm like, oh shit, do I need that one? Because I had to check because I don't want to buy the same thing twice. So yeah, got that. So the next 2 books I got here were from Books A Million. I just went there today just to see what was going on. Not too much stuff. I mean, obviously, it's kind of hit or miss sometimes whether or not they get some more stock in of bargain books. They pulled a little fast one on me. They kind of moved the section around, so I was looking a little bit to try to find where it was. But yeah, I found a few things here. Some things that I saw before didn't pick up, so I figured I'd pick it up this time. One of them is Rocket, the Blue River Score. So this is a mini-series of Rocket Raccoon from 2016, so I don't think I have this. I'm pretty sure I don't have this. No, this is not on the Rocket Raccoon complete collection. So really cool to have this. Just another Guardians book, Guardians related book that I can have on my list. Um, so yeah, we'll see what this is about. I'm excited to read it. I mean, it's a mini series, 6 issues, so I can't imagine it being too, boring or whatever. You got Al Ewing doing the art or Al Ewing doing the writing. Sorry. And on the back here, actually, I just noticed is these two characters I think are actually from, if I'm not mistaken, I think they were from the original Rocket Raccoon miniseries that came out in the '80s. The one by Bill Mantlo, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's who wrote it, right? Guardian of the Keystone Quadrant. That's like the little novel thing that I got. But I think these two are from that series, so I'm excited to see how they relate that back to that whole idea thing. So yeah, so I picked this up for like $5. Next book I got here, and this is kind of an impulse buy. I wanted to get it now because if I read this run and I like it and I go to buy the next one and I can't find it for a cheap price, I'm gonna be mad that I didn't pick it up when I did. And that is Catwoman Volume 4. Now this is actually not Ed Brubaker. The first 3 were Ed Brubaker, so I kind of was like, I want to draw a line there and not keep reading it. But if I found this for like $7, so I'm like, let me just pick this up, and if I don't like it, I don't like it. But I mean, I can't imagine it being too awful. The art looks really promising. This is a whole new team of people that are on here now. You got Will Pfeiffer doing the writing and Scott Morse. Scott Morse is also a writer, and Pete Woods and Paul Galassi. I'm not 100% sure of any of those writers. I don't think I've ever read anything by them. And this is still really new to me, DC as a whole. So, yeah, so now I have not all, but now I have the first 4 volumes of Catwoman. So I think there's a 5th one, and I think that's it. I'm not sure if there's 5 or 6, but yeah, you can see the front here. This collects Catwoman 38 through 49 and Catwoman, the Woman You Love. So we'll see what that's all about. But yeah, really cool. So once I put these on the shelf, they look really nice. Again, spine looks great. Different color. Each spine has a different color, so that's kind of cool. Like the top logo with the Catwoman on it. So we'll see how it goes. All right. And lastly here, the last book I got before I get to what else I bought for Free Comic Book Day. This came in the mail. It took a while to get here. It took about 2 weeks, but I finally got it, and that is Nova by Abnett and Lanning, the complete collection. So this is, around Annihilation. Back in 2000, I want to say like 2007, 2008 or whatever, 2006. So this collects a lot of Richard Rider stuff, I believe. Yeah, Richard Rider. So this has Nova 2007. Yeah, there you go. Numbers 1 through 5. Numbers 1 through 15. Annihilation, Nova 1 through 4. Nova Annual, number 1. And material from Nova, The Origin of Richard Rider. So, obviously, Richard Rider is the first Nova. Sam Alexander was, I guess, after him. So, I don't really have a lot of exposure to Nova. I mean, I read some of his stuff, in the Guardians. Who's kind of featured in that a little bit. I started reading. I had the Nova Essential a while back, Nova Essential Volume 1. I started reading that, but I got bored. So I actually have one of the classic Nova trade paperbacks. I think Volume 2. So I started to get Volume 1 and 3. I'm not sure if Marvel's ever going to go to an Epic collection for Nova. They might. I mean, there's material they can do. They can definitely make like 2 or 3 epics out of Nova stuff. Maybe possibly even more. I'm not sure how long his first volume went for, but yeah, just some really cool stuff here, guys. Some good cosmic things. And I picked this up online for like, I don't know, it was like $9 or $10. And you can see here it's really thick. It's like almost 500 pages, I think. So really cool to have that. Just another aspect of, modern cosmic Marvel stuff that I don't have. So really cool to have this now and have on the shelf. So yeah, that's that. So those are all the books that I bought. I also bought 3 statues at the Encounter. for Free Comic Book Day, and I'm not going to show them all here because I don't want to pick them up and break them. I might do them. You can kind of see one of them up there, right there, that gold one. I'll show you guys that one in a later video. But oh god, excuse me, I'm freaking got the sniffles all of a sudden. But I got two other statues here that I'm gonna show you the boxes for. And like I said, I'll do separate videos. I'll go over them in much more detail there. But first one I have here is the original Iron Man. I think this is a Bowen. Yeah, this is a Bowen statue, or bust, I guess, if you want to call it that. Mini bust. And this is sculpted by Carl Sturges. I don't know if I have anything else that he's done before, but yeah. So here's the front of the box. You see the side. So it's just the top torso of the body, nothing too crazy. And then you have here the side, just showing some issues where the armor originated. Obviously, the most notable one being Tales of Suspense 39, the first appearance of the character. So you get a little bit of a description on the box here, which is really cool. This was listed at $50 at the store, but it was 40% off of that, so I got it for $30, which is a really good deal for this. I opened it up, and it's a really high-level bust. Now, granted, it's very simple to make this. I mean, obviously I'm not a sculptor, but there's not a lot of detail going on here, to be honest, as my computer decides to, fall asleep. So let me log back in. But it's still very iconic to me. I mean, this is the armor that I first saw when I read the comics, and I was like, when the hell is he gonna get that red and gold armor? But nonetheless, it's really awesome. It's part of his character, and obviously the movies took some inspiration from this design and kind of incorporated it more towards modern day types of design. But yeah, really cool. Like I said, separate video. I'll talk about this later, but $30 for this I think is a pretty good deal. And yeah, I'm never throwing away this box. Next one I have here is also from Bowen, and this one was. Oh wow, I didn't see that on the side here either. This one is actually, from what I see here, this is a Bowen. It's number 580 out of 1,500 pieces made, and it was only $40. Take 40% off of that. That was $26. So that's crazy to me how cheap it was. If it's like a limited edition thing, obviously, once I show you the box, you'll be able to tell why it probably was cheap, because no one really knows or cares about this character that much. But I do, and that is Ironmonger. So Ironmonger is the classic Iron Man villain that appeared in the mid-1980s during Denny O'Neil's run on Iron Man. And what was so great about the villain was that it was such a boil up for him as a character until his actual appearance in the suit. You had Obadiah Stane slowly taking over Stark Industries for like the first 30 issues prior to this armor appearing, and it came to a head in issue number 200 of Iron Man, where Stane finally wears the armor and goes to battle against Tony. So this is obviously inspired directly off of that appearance in the comics in 1985. You can kind of see here on the side what I'm talking about. So you got, the issue 173, which is the takeover of Stark Industries by Obadiah Stane, and then you have Iron Man 200, where Tony and Obadiah go face to face fighting against each other. This is just an awesome piece to have. It's almost complete. Like, it's just spot on to the character itself. This is also a bust. It's not the whole body, so it's only the torso and everything above it. But yeah, you can kind of see here. And the thing is, what's crazy to me is that it's cheaper. $4 cheaper, but it is a little bit bigger than the original Iron Man. But makes sense. This is not a main character. This is just a villain from one series. So yeah. So you can see here what it says right there, 580 out of 1,500. So really cool to have this. Bowen makes some pretty good statues. I think I also have the Kitty Pryde statue that I bought back on my Black Friday sale, or Black Friday haul from 2008. 2018. I think that one was also a Bowen piece as well. I got that for like 20 bucks. So yeah, and then obviously the gold one that's up there. I'll show that in a later video. I got that for 50 bucks, a little bit more expensive, but granted it was a full figure, so with a base. The only thing that was funny about that though was it was actually on top of like a shelf somewhere, like up there the counter. So I was holding these two boxes in my hand as I was going up there, and then I got up to the front. I'm like, "How much is it for that gold one up there?" And they're like, "Which one?" I'm like, "The one that's like above your little like alcove there." And they're like, "Oh, that one's I'll give it to you for 50." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll take it." And he's like, "But it doesn't have a box." And I'm like, "Okay." So they just brought it there, and I just picked it up by the bottom and just lugged it out with me as I was holding these two things. So you can imagine how I was just walking to my car with all these statues in my hand. But yeah, I'm really happy to have all this stuff now. So it's just really cool to have like all those classic pieces together. I'm not a huge fan of collecting statues that are inspired off the movies as much. I mean, if I found a deal on one, I probably would buy it. But like, I'm more for like collecting stuff that's like inspired from the comics. That shit's really cool to like own. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's been my haul video for Free Comic Book Day 2019. So if you haven't already, go check my Free Comic Book Day 2018 video. You might have to scroll through a few videos, but yeah, obviously I spent more money this year around and got some more stuff. But hey, I hope you guys all had a fun time on Free Comic Book Day. I hope you. Oh my God, my nose is running like a faucet. Whew. I hope you had a fun day on Saturday with your family. If you're just getting the comics or whatever, hope you got some deals. And other than that, guys, have a great rest of your week, and see you on the flip side. Bye.